Okay, let's get the big news of the day out of the way right away. My name is Stevie J, by the way, and first and foremost, you want to know what Rampage's big announcement was during Bellator 97? It was that Tito Ortiz will be his opponent on November 2nd on a Bellator pay-per-view, and the team Punishment wearing Ortiz came down to the ring waving the American flag, got in the ring, cut a promo, they both got nose to nose, and the fight's on. So that's the big news. Tito Ortiz is now part of the Bellator MMA family. But let's get to the results of Bellator 97, going from the prelims all the way through. And I'm going to look at my notes here so you'll probably see my eyes shifting because it's a lot of fights to watch in one night. Will Brooks got a TKO at 2:20 of the second round against Chris Leyva in a lightweight bout. And the two bantamweight semifinal fights that we got highlights of during the main broadcast on Spike were Rafael Silva submitting Rodrigo Lima at 2:03 of the third round, and Anthony Leone beat his opponent Frank Baca at 1:07 of the third round via rear naked choke. Next fight was Mike Barrera's and Bubba Jenkins at lightweight, and Barrera's just got shellacked here. He was getting pounded on for the majority of the first round, and second round was more of the same. His face was a mess. Jenkins had him down again with 45 seconds gone in the first round, and he just started pouring it on. And the referee finally saved him at 1:05, so Jenkins won by TKO. Jared Downing and Patricio Pitbull. Pitbull was totally dominant here, even more so than Jenkins was in the last fight. He won by TKO at 54 seconds of the second round, and that was after like 5 knockdowns. I mean, in that second round, 3 of those knockdowns came about 10 seconds apart, and the referee just finally had enough when on that last knockdown, you could see Downing's head bounce on the canvas. It was pretty brutal. And Pitbull was gracious in victory, saying that Downing had taken the fight on 3 weeks' notice, and he was impressed that he had the heart to step in there. Well, you gotta have heart to step in there with Pitbull, because look what he does to people. But anyway, heavyweight finals, Ryan Martinez and Vitaly Minakov. And Martinez just slowly let it slip through his fingers. He was game in the first. That was a close round. Minakov got a very strange 1-point deduction for an illegal groin strike in the second round. You usually only get the 1 point taken if you've gotten a warning ahead of time, but this referee hadn't given him a warning. Either way, I don't think it really matters because it just got to the point where Martinez ran out of gas in the third round. Minakov got a full amount and just landed punches and bunches until Martinez was tired of the diet he was being fed, and the winner by TKO at 4:02 of round 3 was Vitaly Minakov. So it's going to be an all-Russian heavyweight fight when he faces Alexander Volkov for the title. In the light heavyweight tournament finals, Jacob Noah and King Mo Lawal was almost 3 rounds of King Mo taking him down and beating on his ass, but it didn't take that long because 2:51 at the third round, via verbal submission, King Mo wins. The fight was really over a round before that because it was so dominant that they were debating whether the first 2 rounds were 10-8s or not. Mo just used his wrestling to totally control the fight and never gave Jacob Noah anything. Next fight, Funky Ben Askren and Andrei Koreshkov. And speaking of using your wrestling to not give your opponent anything, Askren would take him down immediately every round and roll with him everywhere Koreshkov went, and Koreshkov couldn't shake him loose. Askren tried several submissions, didn't get them, but he was able to just keep riding. He wouldn't waste his gas when he saw that the submission wasn't there. He'd just keep punching him in the face. And Askren doesn't throw these super heavy punches, but he throws the Nick Diaz style where it's like you're going to get hurt because he's landing a million of them. So even if he doesn't rock you with one, it's 101 that are going to bust your face open. And his face was pretty well mashed by the fourth round. And eventually, Koreshkov was saved by the referee. 2:58 of the fourth round. The reigning welterweight champion Ben Askren does what he does best. And then afterwards he said, well, Koreshkov claimed he'd never been broken. Snap, crackle, pop. And then he healed on the crowd for booing him and said they must be communists. Wow. Okay, that was fun. Ben Askren should do some more of that. When the crowd boos, he should heal on them. That's the way to make a name for yourself. Don't just blithely accept it or pretend it didn't happen. just get under their skin and go with it, because if they hate you anyway, you might as well make them hate you more. That's what it's all about. Then Michael Chandler successfully defended his lightweight title in devastating fashion. It only took 44 seconds. He came out there with fast hands, but it wasn't even him throwing the shot. It was him throwing a counter shot. He was just defending and rocked him with a counter left hand and swarmed the caveman on the ground. And the referee was forced to stop it because he was already out and wasn't really defending himself. So your winner by knockout, defending the lightweight title, Michael Chandler. So the champions all defend their titles successfully. Tito Ortiz joins Bellator, and Rampage and Tito are having a fight on pay-per-view. That's your news about Bellator, and now I gotta go recap Bellator Fight Master. So, peace.